Today we're talking about things I wish I knew before visiting SeaWorld. So
Okay.
the first thing that I wish I knew is that they have currently a Sesame Street area inside of SeaWorld. So this was important because this actually turned out to be the section of SeaWorld that Willow liked the most. So she was super excited to see Elmo. She was super excited to see Elmo's friends, Cookie Monster, Rosita. And then they have a carousel. They have age appropriate rides too that she could actually get on. The other rides that were in SeaWorld, she didn't meet the height restriction. So she couldn't go and she was kind of bummed out about that. Now, if we would have known about this part of the park, we would have went there first and had her go on all the rides. They have an Elmo train. They have a photo section with Elmo and friends. They have a carousel and they have like a general playground area. That would have been the first thing we did so that she can get all of the play out of her system. And then we would have gone to the shows. So I wish I knew about that. The other thing, the Orca Times. The orcas are only 3 times a day, the show. When we went there, it was noon, 3:30, and 8 p.m. So the other shows, the dolphin show and the sea lion show, they were more often. They were every 2 hours. And one was every 2 hours on the even hour, like 2, 4 o'clock. And one was every 2 hours on the odd hour. So you could go to one show for like a 2 o'clock and then go to the next show for a 3 o'clock if you planned it to go to the dolphin and then go to the sea lions. So we saw the dolphins. We tried to see the penguins, but it was closed. We're going to the sea lions now, and it is very hot out here. But by the time we made it over to the orca show, it was like 6 something, maybe right around 6. And we weren't going to wait until 8 o'clock to see the next show. And we had really missed the last one at 3:30. So I wish I would have known the show times of the different events. So if you're going, I recommend that you go online. I don't even know if it's online, but go online or call the SeaWorld and see if you can get information as to when the times are so that you can plan your day so that you can see everything. The thing was, we did the all day dining. I do not recommend doing this if you don't love like park food. So if you don't love like hot dogs and chicken tenders and fried food, if that's not your favorite, then don't do all day dining because the all day dining doesn't work at all of the locations within the park. So all of your specialty places like Rita's Italian iced tea or Starbucks coffee or anything like that, that's a specialty vendor, they don't accept the all day dining. And there are restaurants that also don't accept the all day dining. It's only a select number of restaurants, and those restaurants are like your French fries, your hot dogs, your burgers, your chicken tenders. And that may not be something that you want to eat all day. Maybe you have it once, but it's not something you want to eat all day. So I wouldn't get it again. The other thing was there were other foods there. So when we were there, they had a Seven Seas festival. So they had an Italian market, a Mediterranean market, they had an Asian market, and the all day dining was not taken at any of those markets. So if I had my choice, I would rather go to like the Asian market and get that food as opposed to going to like a lakeside grill, or they have all these different grills that serve the same kind of food. So if you like international food or if you like other foods, then don't do the all day dining because you're limited. Another thing is you may get hungry and then you have to search for which restaurant accepts the all day dining. And if you're someone who if you have kids and you're like, I just want to go somewhere close, you don't want to bring the stroller or carry your kids to another location, then don't do the all day dining. it does work out to be cost effective. So if you're in a situation where you want to do the most economical thing, then do the all day dining, because it does work out cheaper than if you purchase food multiple times throughout the day. So if you're someone who loves American food and you're also on a budget, the all day dining is then for you. That's your gig right there. Let's see, food inside the park. So I read online that you're not allowed to bring uh, outside food or drinks except for water into the park. Why did I see a whole family eating public subs? I was like, okay, you don't allow food, so how did they get the public sub? There's no Publix inside the park. So they brought it with them. And so I wish I would have known that they don't check your bags that thoroughly. So I'm not telling you that you're definitely going to get your food in if you bring it, but I'm saying you might. So if that's a risk you're willing to take, then go for it. Teachers get in free. This is something I did know beforehand, but what I didn't know is that the process is so involved. So if you are a Florida teacher, make sure that you do it online and in advance. It's not like something where you go there and you just give your teacher ID number and they let you in. You have to go online. You have to go through a website that checks your government email with the county that you're teaching in, and then it sends you back to SeaWorld, and then you can get the teacher pass. So I wish I would have known it was online. I probably would have done it a few days in advance. I did it the day before because that's when I looked at it, because I didn't think it would be such an involved process, but it was. And so just give yourself time to do that if you need to. The other thing is that preschoolers get in for free if you register them online in advance. This I did not know, and by the time I found out, the registration deadline had passed. So they do get in free and they can go multiple times for the year, but you have to register them before the deadline. For this year, 2024, the deadline was, I think, February 19th. And then you had to go to the theme park before, I believe it was like March 31st. And then once you go once, you get like a preschooler pass card. And then you could use that again and again and again until either the end of the year or like September. So, and that's between the ages of 3 and 5. Under 3 is free. So you don't need even the card. I believe it's just totally free. So I wish I would have known that, because I would have registered. I have a preschooler. I would have registered her early enough to be able to get a free ticket for her. So these are all things that I will keep in mind for next year. If you're thinking about places to go with the family, check out Cartagena. I have a video on it right here, and it was an amazing trip. It's super affordable, and you will have an amazing time. The food is great. Everything's cheap. Check it out.